Today we're building a semi-autonomous floating duck ramp. I'm just kidding, I heard that term in a video. I don't even know what that means. But we're building a duck ramp. Okay, so our ducks in duckland, they get in and out of the water and they climb up like this pile of gravel. And some of them, their feet are kind of getting scratched on it. So we're gonna build them a ramp. Okay guys, so this ramp is gonna be 5 feet wide and 8 feet long. And we're gonna attach it to the side wall. We have like these seawalls in duckland that hold back the dirt. So we're gonna attach one side to that, and we're gonna attach the other side to nothing. It's gonna float in the water, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. But first thing we need to do is build our platform. So we're gonna use these 1x6s that I had left over from another project, and we're gonna use these 2x6s as the cross braces. And we're just gonna put this together real quick. There is nothing fancy about this. It is not gonna get like fully framed because I want it to be as light as possible because I want it to float. Okay, so I said these are 1x6s. I was wrong, they're actually 1x8s, so even better because we have to use less of them. So we're gonna lay these out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them down here. We're a little over 5 feet wide. By the way, I left some gaps between the boards, you can see. And the reason is we want to allow for like expansion and contraction during the seasons. So these are going to shrink up a little bit during the winter, and then they're going to expand during the summer, especially since this is near water. It's going to get really moist. So what we don't want is all of these boards to get butted up against each other and screw them together, and then they're going to buckle just like a hardwood floor would, like if you didn't leave expansion areas on the outside of your walls. Okay, so we're going to leave about I would say like a 1/2 inch between each board, just to give us ample room to make sure that nothing really gets caught in it, the ducks don't get their feet caught in it. And now we're just going to put cross braces across this. So we're going to use these 2x6s. I'm gonna cut them to about 5 feet wide, and we're just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up, and it'll be nice and solid for the ducks. We got our 2x6s cut. This is how they're gonna get laid out, just like this, except now I kinda gotta flip everything over, and then we'll screw it in together. Okay, so it's all screwed together. We got one solid piece here. We got 4 horizontals, see the 2x6s down there, that are holding it together, and then the 1x8s that are going lengthwise. Okay, so I got my hinges installed. So these are all our hinges. So you got to kind of use your imaginatoriness and imagine that this is upside down and up against a wall. So these hinges are going to attach to the seawall that is down in duckland already, and it is going to allow the platform to move up and down as the water moves up and down. Now on the other side here, we are going to get as large as I can find, PVC pipe, and we're gonna cap both ends, and we're gonna attach it to the underside of the platform. And I'm hoping that the air inside of that pipe is gonna keep that end of the platform floating enough that it will move up and down with the height of the water. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so we got 10 feet of PVC, and we're gonna cut it in half, so we end up with 2 5-foot sections. Okay, so what we have now is 2 5-foot long PVC pipes, okay? But they're hollow down the middle. So we're gonna cap both sides of this pipe to trap the air inside, and in order to do that, we need to seal the caps onto the pipes, because if we just put them on there, that's not air or watertight for that matter. So what we're gonna do is we are going to use PVC solvent to attach these together. Now, a lot of people think that it's glue, and that's like everybody's like, oh, go get the PVC glue. It's not really glue, so we're not gluing this on. What we're doing, and I'll show you, is that we're gonna use 2 different products. So the first one here is a primer. So what it does is it removes any type of like oils or chemicals left over from the manufacturing process, okay? So it's going to clean the pipe. They make it purple. They also make a clear version, but it's much easier to see the purple. And that way, when you use it, you can tell which areas are primed really, really easily. The only unfortunate part is that when you use these, when you get the purple on your hands, it doesn't really come off very easily. Okay, so it's got a little brush inside the lid, and all you do is like this, around the area that's gonna attach to the pipe, okay? So you got our cap all primed, and then we do the same thing with the end of the pipe. Now, it's gonna run down the pipe a little bit, which is probably gonna drive me crazy, but just for the video, I'm gonna leave it upright so you guys can see it, okay? Okay, so now we got the pipe primed, and we have the cap primed. And now what we're gonna use is a PVC, it's labeled as cement, so it's a little misleading. So it says regular clear PVC cement, okay? What this is, it's a chemical solvent, okay? So what it does, it makes it so that the plastic turns into a pliable liquid again. So it actually, if you put this on and you scraped off this edge of this, you would start removing the plastic on the pipe. So it's a solvent. So it breaks down the plastic so that when you put the cap on the pipe, it actually makes it one solid piece of plastic. So you're not gluing this on, you're actually chemically attaching it to the pipe. And I think a lot of people are like, don't realize that because you can't get it back apart then, okay? So you have a working time of about 30 seconds to a minute, and then it will start, the solvent will evaporate and the plastic will start to harden again. So I'm gonna do this pretty quickly and I'm gonna talk through it while I do it, okay? So we're gonna do the cap first. Okay, so we got the cap here. Put on enough that, you know, you're not gonna question whether you have enough on or not. Okay, so we got the cap done. This is kind of where our timer starts, okay? So, and we're gonna do the pipe here. So you will notice as, like if I was kind of rub it here, you're gonna see like, it's gonna start to break down the plastic a little bit and it's gonna chemically fuse these two together, okay? So we got our solvent on the cap and on the pipe, and we're gonna push it down all the way, and then we're gonna turn it kind of as we push it down because we want it to adhere nicely. There we go. Okay, all the way on, turn and push. And then we want to hold it. So if you've ever glued PVC pipe before, you know that if you push this down and turn it, the first thing it wants to do is go back to where it came from. So the cap's gonna lift back off again a little bit, and you want to hold it on for about 30 seconds to prevent that from happening, okay? Once we're done with this one, we're gonna do all the other three, and then we're gonna attach these pipes to the bottom of our platform so that it floats and the ducks can get in and out of the water easily. I've got the pipes attached. I've got these straps on, so I got pipe clamps. And then I did double up the 2x6s here, and I put a pipe on each one. So the big question now is going to be, is the air inside these pipes create enough displacement to keep this side of the ramp floating when the water level rises? So this is gonna get installed. We're gonna bring it down to duckland. We're gonna put it up. And then as soon as we get a really big rainfall, we're gonna see if this works or not. So cross your fingers. Okay, we're down in duckland. Hi. And Matt and Micheline helped me schlep this thing into duck, and it was really easy. It was horrible. So we got it though, and then see, we set it up right. I have them holding this so that I can finish the video. So we set it up right. We screwed in, oh, let me show you my brackets. Okay, we screwed in all the brackets. Look, I got my floaty things there. We got all of the boards, and we're gonna gently set this down in the water, and it's gonna work. I'm gonna end up right in the middle of the water. Okay, just walk it down. Okay, and then Matt, you're gonna have to leave. Okay, so overall, I mean, it's functional. Look, see, I got the platform. It goes into the water. It's just the only thing is right now we didn't get a lot of rain recently, so that's why the water's so low. But like 9 times out of 10 this year, I mean, the water's higher, so it'll float. I think it'll be fine. It's gonna work.
I don't see why not.
We'll make a little adjustment. We're gonna dig some of the rocks out down there. But yeah, look, I think it's like look, the ducks are so happy. Look at, they're smiling. Yeah, and this is gonna be great. It'll make it so much easier for them to get in and out of the water. Okay, we made a couple little adjustments. So now the tubes are actually sitting down in the water. They're not floating yet, they're still sitting on the ground. And I added a little landing pad up here because I felt like it was too aggressive of a drop. Now it's real gradual and they can get on and off real quickly, and we backfilled some of the mulch here. And so now we just need to test it out and see if they'll use it or not. Guys, so nobody's using my duck ramp. I mean, maybe it's just gonna take them some time to get used to it. Maybe it'll just take some time.